Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. I'm Shamela Pullen and here's what we have in the bulletin. BVI Premier admits illegal $2.5 million investment. Two men battling for life after Manchester shooting. And later in sports, young reggae boys start CONCACAF Under-20 Championship with a win over Honduras. Thank you for joining us. Here are the details. Residents of Johns Hall in St. James are appealing to the authorities to urgently address a breakaway they describe as a disaster waiting to happen. Details in this report.
This is the main road leading into the farming community of Johns Hall in St. James. It has been deteriorating since the passage of Hurricane Melissa, and each time it rains, the breakaway worsens. The road is widely used by heavy-duty trucks. What was once a comfortable journey has turned into fear.
They need to fix it. Because if we don't fix, by the time the rain will start fall, we're in a problem now, so the road will cut off.
A lot of big units traveling up here, like trucks and so, but not supposed to drive on the road here.
They are also concerned that livelihoods may be affected.
But I hope the government does something fast and quick, because if they wait too long, they can. We just marry in our one place, we can go up nor down. They will affect the business. We don't can bring in no stuff, we don't can send out no stuff, not at all. We have farm produce, we do football, and they sell on the roadside, people come down and buy things, and again.
Residents have met with the authorities pressing for a timeline for repairs to begin. But until the work gets underway, breakaway remains. So too concerned about what could happen if
They need them to go over the cliff. They're not going to fix it. They had a meeting up by the community center, or by the they are working on it.
TVJ News.
In the meantime, Community Relations Officer for NWA Western Region, Janelle Ricketts, said work will begin as soon as possible.
I'm not able to give a definitive timeline as to when those works will start, but the Johns Hall and Springmount corridors are two areas that are being given priority in terms of having those areas rehabilitated as soon as possible. So Johns Hall is currently single lane access, and we encourage persons to exercise due care in using sections of this corridor.
A Jamaican woman accused of orchestrating a multi-million-dollar COVID-19 relief fraud scheme has returned to the United States after being captured in Jamaica. 41-year-old Elaine Esco, who was on the FBI's most wanted fraudster list, is accused of helping to fraudulently obtain more than US $32 million in pandemic relief funds through fake businesses and forged financial records. U.S. authorities say Esco fled to Jamaica in 2015 after failing to appear in court and was living under the false identity of Harley Newman when she was arrested by Jamaican authorities. She has since been extradited to Florida, where she now faces multiple fraud and money laundering charges. The People's National Party is calling on the government to allocate funds to help farmers affected by Hurricane Melissa with tagging their animals. The opposition says the cash could come from the donated sums intended to help hurricane victims. Details from Dwayne Anderson. And we will have that story shortly. We go to the next one. Water shortage continues to grip sections of the country, and in Clarendon, the frustration is boiling over. Representatives of the National Water Commission met with residents of one of the affected communities to outline the way forward.
The heat is rising and water levels are falling, and trapped in that cycle are residents. Among them, residents of Kennedy Grove in Clarendon. Representatives of the National Water Commission faced frustrated residents recently.
When I hear you say, your team saying that you hear and you understand and you whatever, no, the understanding not in it. Even if one resident was able to get to you weekly through whatever means, that is enough to indicate that there's a problem. 2, 3, cement the fact that we have a problem. What is the only thing that I see bring out so many people to a meeting in this scheme?
For this, let me just first say we apologize because this is not how we would want to supply our customers.
The NWSC says Kennedy Grove has a long-standing water shortage issue, and the leadership says while trucking water is not a perfect response, it will continue to do so to affected residents. The NWSC added that illegal connections are also partly to blame for the low water pressure many lawful customers are seeing. The commission bemoaned the seeming cat-and-mouse game between them and the thieves illegally extracting the commodity.
When they do that, it diminishes the flow coming to the community. Right? We would have done several operations to remove these illegal connections, and we had to do that under police escort. It's not somewhere where we can go by ourselves and just carry out a function, right? And you would have seen, because we would have checked improvements in your water supply for maybe about 4 days. And that, I am assuming, is the 4 days that these persons would be utilizing to purchase pipelines to do back the connection.
Though frustrating, the NWSC says it will continue its operations to try and remove illegal connections from the network. Aaliyah Bryant, TVJ News.